Hi, how are you? I'm really happy to stay with you here. I really miss you, but this is a little window to stay together in this lockdown. Well, today we are going to talk about the evaluation planning. We are going to introduce the new unit, that is the unit 7, and we are going to talk about the situation of the Google Classroom. What we are going to do with that, okay? Let's start with the evaluation planning. And in this app, I can show you that I am doing in the computer, and I will show you the evaluation planning. Let's see. Ta-da! We are here. Okay, let's start with a love letter to the world. This is the unit 7, wishes and regrets from India. All the unit we are going to talk about India, but in this part, in this activity, we are going to talk about the word. Is close to the ideas that in the book the people have from India, but in this part, we are going to talk more to the word. I know that the feeling in this moment is so strange, is so hard, and we will express it in this activity. En esta actividad van a escoger 3 situaciones que realmente sientan que los afecta en este mundo, crean que está afectando al mundo y cómo les gustaría que realmente fuese. Y se los van a cantar en una carta de amor para el mundo. Háganla de lo más lindo posible. Sé que ustedes son súper creativos y van a tener la oportunidad de hacerla súper linda. Les recomiendo que la hagan digital, pero si la quieren hacer en físico y escaneármela, varios de ustedes han hecho las actividades así, la verdad es que no me molesta. The Unit 8, Technology and Communication. I know that you will like this unit because you love the technology and the communication like me. We are going to talk in the grammar about defining related clauses and pronouns. We talked about this in other units, but we will reinforce in this, and the have to that is repeated too. The activity is improve that app. I really like this activity because you will choose an application and improve tools that you want in that application. For example, if you choose Facebook, maybe you want to know if your friends are connected. I don't know, I think Facebook has that tool, but you are creative. You can have more tools to these applications. And you will talk about that. Van a mejorar una aplicación. No es como que van a crearla desde cero, no, la aplicación ya puede haber existido o ya existe, pero ustedes lo que van es a ponerle herramientas que sean más divertidas, más interesantes y así. Jobs and science. I really like this because it's simple, it's about jobs, professions, a little bit of science. I don't know a lot about science, but we will talk about this the way that we can understand it. And in the grammar, we were going to talk about conjunctions, causative, so that, in order to, infinitive of purpose, verb to be, objects, and ing. The grammar, we will check the grammar later. This is my favorite. It's my idea for the word. This is like a final activity. We will talk about ideas that we are going to be connected with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and I will help you to create something cool to the world. In this unit, well, in this term, we are going to be so connected to the world and the situation. And I think this is cool. No nos vamos a intoxicar con mucha información, pero me parece interesante que podamos tener una idea de lo que va a ser, de lo que está pasando en el mundo y de cómo se pueden manejar algunas cosas. Quizás nosotros no podamos hacer algo demasiado contundente, pero sí algo que valga la pena recalcar o algo que venga de nuestras cabecitas y nuestros corazones para apoyar la situación. De repente ustedes tienen preocupaciones diferentes entre ustedes. Por ejemplo, a mí me preocupa el tema de educación, quizás, bueno, sí me preocupa, pero lo que quiero decir con esto es que de repente a mí me preocupa una cosa diferente a ustedes de repente les preocupa el medio ambiente, o les preocupa la economía, o les preocupa lo que va a ocurrir con países vulnerables, etc. Todo eso lo podemos conversar en este momento, cuando trabajemos My Idea for the World, que les voy a dar una clase especial sobre eso. And the workbook, well, the workbook, we are going to talk with the unit 7, 8, and 9. Teacher, but I don't have the book, the workbook. Teacher, I don't know where is my workbook. I will give you the activities from the workbook. Escaneé el workbook para ustedes y les va a poner algunas actividades y eso va a contar como estos ejercicios. Igual como hemos trabajado para quienes no tienen el workbook en los trabajos en clase. Y eso es más o menos lo que vamos a hacer con el evaluation planning. And let me see. Hey, I'm here again. Okay. Let's talk about the unit 7. We'll open the book at unit 7. Here. I'm back. You know that I really, really love the India. I want to travel to India, is one of my dreams. And this is a unit about India. The first part in the page 76, you can see wishes and regrets from India. And then you can read, what would you change? We asked teenagers all over India what they will change about their world. Here are some answers. Arun, 14, Delhi, says, I would like my parents to have more money. This is an economic trouble. We are really hard up and sometimes the kids laugh at me because my clothes are old-fashioned. That's so cruel. My parents work really hard, but we always seem to be broke. That's so sad, but it's the reality of a lot of countries. It's not only of Delhi, but it's so sad. And we are going to talk about this in the class about the Sustainable Development Goals of the UN. Let's continue. Hi, 15, Mumbai. I won't stop war. I believe what Gandhi said, that there should be peace in the world. I believe the same, but the peace is complicated. There must be a way for nations to live together in peace. That's so sweet. I think this is war troubles in the world. Those are more complicated because we are talking about political situation, and I don't like to talk about that. Induma, 13, Bangalore. I will change my grade school. I've been getting bad grades and I need to improve them if I want to get into the law school. He wants to be a lawyer. That's cool. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy because that name could be for whatever of them. Lately, I haven't studied much, so I know it's my fault. Well, that is a personal trouble. Their path 15 Kolkata. If I could change one thing, I would go to college. My family is very poor and economic trouble again. And I can afford to study. I have to work instead. My dream is to be a doctor. Ah, that's cool. I know that a lot of you want to be doctor. I will be a great singer and dancer and make Bollywood movies. Personalmente amo las películas de Bollywood. Si tienen un chance, paséense por ahí en algunas películas de Bollywood. Les voy a dejar un video en el tablero de Google Classroom de una de mis películas favoritas de Bollywood. Es un cortico, es un baile nada más, pero realmente me encanta. Y de verdad que Hollywood es increíble, pero la versión india, que es Bollywood, también es muy cool. Quizás no tan comercial para Latinoamérica, pero sí es muy cool. I'm not very good at singing or dancing, but I will take a lesson of if I have enough. I had enough money. Being a 16 Hyderabad. Well, this is the thoughts of teenagers, and you will have your own thoughts about the war, maybe about the word. We are going to talk about the second conditional. The first part of the review says, does the second conditional describe real or imaginary situations? And the second conditional talks about imaginary situations. The second part. What verb form is used in the if clause? This is the A. Let me put the A here. No, it's the one. The second says what verb form is used in the if clause, and we use past simple or simple past. And the number 3 is what verb form is used in the result clause. And the number 3 is good. Well, okay. And for the page 77, we will talk about the if I had a new computer, I would. If I were president, I would. We already talked about the second conditional in another unit. Do you remember? We talked about the if you were president, if you were a professional soccer player. I couldn't remember a lot, but I think we talked about that. Well, kids, we will see you in another class. Remember to check the Google Classroom, and if you want to ask me something, you can write me at the Google Classroom or by Hangout. Goodbye.